Hey everybody, Prophetic here. As you may or may not know, I can be obsessed with work setups and how it impacts workflow and productivity. I probably obsess over it too much. In any event, my pain and my obsession in experimenting, tweaking is your gain. Um, so, as you guys know, I've did a video before about me trying to land on like an ideal setup when you have a laptop and a couple monitors. And so I feel like since then I found my ideal setup. We'll see how long this lasts, but I think I've been pretty happy with it for the past like 2 weeks. And so I wanted to talk it through. So here is the rundown so far. And let me know out of all these setups which one resonates with you the most. I'll go over the setups first, and then I'll talk about the workflow because it is impacted by the monitor setups. So first things first. If you have your setup like this, where you are kind of like your field of view is divided between two monitors, and you have to pretend like this is not a thing, I am convinced that you trick people to go on a long ride to a cabin and for you to kill them and eat them. You are a psychopath. I cannot comprehend how people actually do this. And maybe because I'm secretly jealous that they can do this, because I lose it. My brain just cannot comprehend and take the signal coming from this guy trying to vie for my attention and anything on this screen constantly trying to vie for my attention. It's just I cannot do it whatsoever. It's just mind-boggling. So that's out the way, and also it kind of forces you to like deal with this monitor. You just have to just punt it and say, screw that. I don't care about this beautiful, gorgeous monitor on my laptop. I'm just going to close it and let it overheat while it pushes signal to monitors. And then you say, that's dumb too. So let me try to awkwardly do some weird mounting thing all the way over here and have it open. But because it's so far out, I can't make use of it. Or I can try to have it open over here, but oh, look at that. It takes a little bit of my screen's real estate here, and I have to just like angle it back or maybe pull it forward so it's out of the field of view of this section here. Then you maybe try to mount the monitors up high to account for that, and maybe you can do that, but nonetheless you're still dealing with this center as your center of focus, and you're still a psychopath. So that is definitely out of the question. So what is next? Next is, okay, we're gonna try to have this vertical placed it tucked away somewhere. Not ideal if you tend to work in cafes or tend to work in different places, because because I'm neurodivergent. Sometimes I just can't stick in one place. I like to move around for like a secondary productivity area. So that kind of gets kind of annoying unhooking everything. Even if you have a USB-C, you do have to reach behind there and grab the cord and that kind of thing. So you kind of have to like have this place somewhere convenient, but and hope and pray that whatever docking station you have, um, you know, has enough clearance for the cables for both these monitors. And maybe you are amazing at cable management, and there shouldn't be too much of a problem. God bless you. I'm jealous. Me, I tend to move things around so much that my cable management is untamable. So that's not going to work. But at least when you're working, you have one primary field of view to do primary work. But then you have this for maybe some secondary work, or what if it's not secondary work, it's reference material. So you have your email. Let's put an E for email. My pen won't work here. What's going on with my pen? E. Anyways, E for email. Then you have C for calendar. I don't know what is going on with my pen. C for calendar. Okay, it's a little better. And then as a chime comes on for a notification, you now have to crank your head all the way over here to take a look and see what's going on. And hopefully it's just something that you're done in 2 minutes with, David Allen's 2-minute rule, which stipulates if you can do something in under 2 minutes, you should do it. So you get that email, you write up your email, and you send it off. You see that calendar thing come up and you accept it, or see the meeting coming up, so it kind of jogs your memory to prepare for something, and you're off to the races and bring it over here for whatever you're going to work here. What happens is, or this could be chat too. You have maybe a chat. What is going on with my pen, man? Wake up. Why is it like... Is it because I have... Alright, I'm pressing that. Sorry, folks. I'm probably not going to edit this, so... anyways, here we go. So you have your chat. Wow, I guess I'm done with that. Anyways, so you have your chat, and your what you think is 2 minutes ends up being more than 2 minutes, and now your head is constantly looking over here. And that was happening with me. My 2-minute rule will be broken. What I think is 2 minutes ends up turning into 10, 15, because I get pulled into something, and because I think I'm going to come back to my PowerPoint slide here, because I'm an instructor / product trainer, and I have to update documentation and PowerPoint slide decks and stuff like that. And my VMs, I end up just cranking my head, and because it reminds me of something else, I just end up banging up and cranking my head all the way over here. So that ends up being kind of rough. This could be swapped out with essentially the same thing with the vertical monitor, where the monitor is essentially, instead of being landscape, it's set up portrait mode, and you get the same idea. You don't have to crank your head so much, because now you're just keeping things above. I was really happy with this setup, but because of the width of the monitor, my email was kind of annoying because I couldn't see the preview window. And then when I wanted to do something where it was nice to see the preview preview window, I will constantly change the layout in Outlook, because unfortunately Outlook is what we use for work. Outlook. Wow, Wacom. Let's have. I gotta play with the settings and the sensitivity thing, because this sucks. That will be annoying, because you can have your interface with Outlook to be preview window, or no, just single email line item, and then boom, you open it. And that was kind of annoying after a while. So what do I do with my neck turning versus the layout? I even had the TIE Fighter method where it's like I had two, and I ended up doing like three monitors, and I had the TIE fighter layout where both were portrait, and that worked pretty good. But again, um, sometimes I would run up against issues with the layout. And Power Toys from Microsoft was amazing because it kind of gives you custom um, outline where you can place apps. That was kind of nice. But for whatever reason, sometimes it will reset to like some default thing, or I rebooted and Power Toys wouldn't auto start even though I set it to auto start. So that was kind of annoying from a workflow. So there's an example of the portrait and then having the TIE fighter thing on this side. This is way more sane, so obviously. But again, if you're working on a monitor with a laptop, you're just punting that third monitor, shall we? And you're just building up that heat in that thing. So again, it really sucks, but it is what it is. Now we come to the triple monitor. And assuming, this is all one machine, right? This is all one machine. This is what I'm talking about, full circle. I'm back all the way to the beginning with the triple monitor. The difference here is that I decided that I'm going to take a hardcore workflow approach where I'm creating principles of workflow. And what do I mean by that? Well, my primary work will always live here. Obviously, I have my email. Wow, I cannot believe how annoying this is. I have my email here. I cannot believe this. It's so crazy to me. It just presses and holds. I don't know why it's not registering a click. Yeah, 1 second. And I would have my calendar here. So email. Oh wow. So I think what it is when I do the short gesture, like really close, it kind of triggers that as something else. So I think that's why. So I have to like do like hard lines. See, there we go. And then I have my calendar here. Oh, I can't even do a curvature. Wow, that's weird. I have my calendar there. I'll have probably Teams here. And then maybe my personal Firefox here for my music. Wow, this is sucky. Anyways, I have Firefox there. So, how does this impact workflow and save my neck from like breaking or being like stiff? Because sometimes I get drawn by email that's important, and I would just end up getting caught on that email, and I just end up going, oh, what's this? And then get pulled into that, and I'm cranking my neck writing a 5-minute email or 10-minute email because there's an exchange on this, or there's a deeper exchange, a group chat, and I have strong opinions about something, so now it's there. So how do I avoid that? Well, one, being that this is my primary monitor, I still try to do the 2-minute rule, right? If it's 2 minutes. But if I notice it goes long, I will take that one single email and I will pop it out in a separate window and drop it here. Bang it out, close that window. My email my Outlook app is static. That thing is staying right here. That is staying right there. That's not going anywhere. My Teams, if I notice a chat is going long, well, I'll bring that one pop out, because as you know, you can pop out a chat in Teams, and you can bring that over here. I'll have my healthy exchange, my opinions, my strong opinions get shared, hopefully not ignored. And then when I'm done, boom, I'm out of there. I close that window. My Teams window stays here. So I am leveraging the power of the pop out. Say that 5 times fast. The power of the pop out. That is what I'm doing. And I am making a commitment here that my primary work is happening here. That's what it is. And so that's been working out pretty well, because it's almost like this is like guardrails for me. In my brain, my subconscious, I'm thinking I should always be looking at this. This is where my primary work lives. So if there's a reason why I'm looping over here and it's getting too long, that means that's a signal that, hey, you either got to drop it right then and there, or bring it here and do it, get it out the way so you get back to work. And I try to work in like my units of work. I try to think of it like 30 minute chunks. So I use the Pomodoro method. You try to work for 25 minutes and take a break. Or if I feel real like ambitious, I'll go for like an hour and try to bang out as much as I can, especially when it comes to like deep work with content creation or VM updating and playing around with stuff. And so that kind of keeps me in my zone. And whenever something comes over here, it's almost like a game. It's like, how fast can I get this crap out of my face so I get back to my primary work? And just like that dopamine hit when you have that like checkbox and go done, there's something about bringing something over, banging out that email, and then pressing that X button and be like, done, back to work, and then you're off to the races again. There's something, I don't know, man, there's something there. I think I'm stumbling onto something. Of course, this could be me and my crazy neurodivergent ADD/tism brain. But that's where I'm at. So if you, I should have opened up with this. If you are finding that multi-monitor is actually becoming more of a curse than it is a blessing, because let's be honest, sometimes multi-monitor is a burden, because you're constantly being beckoned by all these apps and these notifications coming at you, and you have a beautiful screen to look at. They're trying to draw your eyes over here. They're trying to get you over there. And sometimes it's just too good. You want that small win instead of doing your primary work here, and you want that small quick win, and so you end up drowning in what we call task switching. Oh, there it is. I have to like draw like a toddler. Task switching. Like a psychopath. Toddler. Task switching. And you end up drowning. And do I have to cite the studies of how devastating this is for productivity and efficiency? That every time you have to switch back to a task, it could take up to 10 to 15 minutes. Some literature says even more, before getting back in the flow of things. That's where we are. So That's why I feel strongly that I have to nail this thing, because there's no way I'm downsizing my single to a single monitor possible. I mean, if I'm on a cafe, that's obviously that I'm doing particular work where I can get away with that. But for the most part, I have to have multi-monitor, and so I have to slay this dragon. I have to find out a way to make this work, because we live in that type of information economy where you need multi-monitor support. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this helps somebody. Your middle monitor is your mission control. Every other monitor is just kind of like a reference, and they never move. Do not make it move. If you have to do some work, you do the magic of pop out, bring it to the primary, and you're done. Prophetic here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later. Peace.